what's happening? This would be big.
This would be a pretty big blow and big loss for Twitter. So as we recently reported, they're finally really gaining steam in their turnaround plan. Their shares are rallying. They've been upgraded by at least 6 analysts over the past several months. And investors really see Noto key to this overall turnaround strategy. And we're seeing the stock react in response to that. He has really been this present force throughout all the volatile changes at Twitter. And he's the one who's been spearheading this live video content strategy that's played a key role in boosting the company.
So the last time I interviewed Anthony Noto, he was making deals up to the minute. He got out of the interview. He's back on the phone calling. I mean, you know, we've talked about how he's been sort of the heart and soul of the company as it's been going through this turnaround. Who would fill that void?
Heart and soul is a great way to put it. They'll definitely have a hard time filling the void for Noto. He also holds a very unique background. He was a banker for many years. He took Twitter public. He was at Goldman Sachs for a long time. He has that traditional investment banking CFO background, yet he's also proven that he's able to execute as COO, as someone that has a product vision. At the same time, there's plenty of reasons why SoFi would want someone with this sort of background. It is a consumer internet finance company. He is a high-profile CEO that they really need to also turn their business around after months and months of allegations of sexual harassment.
Let's take a listen to a quote from that last interview we did with Anthony Noto, which was back in May, where I asked him about working with Jack Dorsey, a guy who has 2 jobs. Take a listen.
I love working with Jack and the rest of the leadership team. We approach running the company as a team that's focused on specific priorities, and we divide and conquer against those priorities. Titles are what the world has decided are our responsibilities, but at the end of the day, we divide up the priorities amongst our team on what's most important to accomplish. I wouldn't want to work with anyone else other than the team that I'm working with at Twitter right now with this team, including Jack. He's an inspiration.
Now, you know, huge respect for Jack Dorsey, and something that he and Noto are doing at the company is working. But in any world, might Jack just move on over to Square and promote Noto to CEO?
Well, there's plenty of options what they can do at this point. Sources are saying that they're really negotiating price, probably both on Twitter's side on how they're going to counteroffer, and also SoFi and maybe sweetening the deal that they had previously offered to him. It seems unlikely at this point that Twitter would offer him the CEO job. Both of these companies, Square and Twitter, even though he is dual CEO, these are his babies. He loves these companies. I have not spoken to a single person at either company that has complained about him being an absentee CEO, despite the fact that he is the CEO of 2 companies. And I've also heard that I think it's interesting that Noto said divide and conquer, because they very much have an important balance that will be hard to replicate with another person. Jack has been described, as you know, since you've interviewed him many times, as more of a deep, introverted thinker, maybe also a little bit more indecisive, whereas Noto has been described as the cheerleader, the army person that's going to get people to work, very much the take charge type of person. So that will be very hard to replace.